Hello and welcome. Today's topic is frequently asked questions that you might have for your wedding photographer. You'll probably have loads, especially while you're looking for a photographer, but these are the ones that I get asked quite a lot, so let's just get going. Should we have an engagement shoot? I've said this in another video which you can find up here. If your photographer is offering you an engagement shoot, go for it. There's so many advantages because you get to find out how your photographer works. You get to work out any of that nervous anxiety that you might have about getting your photo taken, because let's face it, not everyone loves it. And you get some extra photos of you and your love for the wall. What do we wear on an engagement shoot? Whatever you feel comfortable in, but it has to be practical, and by practical I mean if it's going to be windy, don't wear a sheer or light material dress because you'll be freezing. If you're going to be hiking up a hillside, don't wear heels. Take them in a bag with you, but you can, get changed when you get to the top of the hill. It can be whatever you want. These are the pictures that you're going to have forever, so just remember to be sensible. Another tip is to coordinate your outfits a little, or keep colours neutral. Also consider a location that means a lot to you, because you'll immediately have a connection with that. It could be somewhere that you walk your dog, but it'll make you feel more relaxed. Or maybe even meet your photographer at your wedding venue. Can we meet before the wedding? Absolutely. When I get to meet my clients, it's an opportunity for me to get to know them better. I can also find out more about their story, about how they fell in love, and it means that it just feels like they're meeting up with an old friend. So if you've already had a consultation meeting with your photographer before you booked, the next meeting that you might have might be at your engagement shoot. What is the advantage of having a second shooter? If you're having a really big wedding and you love the documentary style of photography, a second photographer is a crucial addition. Depending on the running order of your day, your main photographer might have to dedicate some time to taking some group shots in between the ceremony and the meal, and a second photographer can be there to capture more candids of guests in between. How many group shots should we have? To be able to get the most out of your time in between the ceremony and the meal, don't have too many. 8 is an ideal number. You might not even have as many as that, but it means that they'll be over and done with before you know it. Another good tip is to warn people in advance before the wedding that they're going to be part of a group shot, and just to let them know not to disappear anywhere, and it helps things run a bit smoothly as well. What happens if it rains on the day? Embrace it. If you're getting married in Scotland, then it can sometimes rain, so it's a good idea to check out the weather before the wedding day itself. MetCheck is a great website to look at. If rain is a concern, then you can look into buying some umbrellas, or maybe check out brawleybucket.co.uk, where you can hire a huge range of umbrellas. They can be white or other bright colours, and then you don't have to worry about finding a space for them afterwards. Your photographer should be able to deal with different weather situations. So if you're not up for going on a little adventure, then that's absolutely fine. But if you are, let them know, and remember to pack suitable footwear, just like this couple. Are you okay with guests taking photos? Of course, they're there to celebrate with you and to have fun, so I would never stop anyone from doing that. One thing that you might want to consider is have an unplugged ceremony. If you haven't heard of that before, it means that your guests are asked not to take pictures during the ceremony, and it means that you see their gorgeous faces as you're walking down the aisle, and you're not seeing a phone or an iPad that's up in front of their face, and it really means that they are present in the ceremony as well. Will we get the copyright to the images? Typically, no. Under UK law, there is a Copyright Designs and Patents Act 1988, which is a really lovely title. The actual document is huge. If you want to go and have a look at it, then you can go into the UK government website and have a look there. But essentially, I maybe have to read this, but the ownership and the right to control ways in which the material may be used stays with the creator. This means that the clients cannot adapt images, so like adding filters or cropping images, otherwise this infringes the copyright. But you shouldn't need to alter the images anyway. If you are familiar with your photographer's style and processing, then you'll love them regardless, so you shouldn't need to edit them in any way. Some photographers will grant you a personal license that allows you to make your own personal prints, but just double check. If not, then they'll probably have a store available in the gallery that you can purchase the high quality prints from. There may be certain circumstances that photographers will sell the copyright for an additional fee. If it's something that's really important to you, then you might as well just ask anyway. But just be aware that it's not common practice, and if it's something they do, then they will let you know. When is the final balance due? You can usually expect to pay it about a month or 6 weeks before the wedding date. It can vary from photographer to photographer, but make sure you keep a note of it in your diary just in case and it doesn't come as a big shock. Some suppliers might even give you the option to pay monthly instalments. Should we have a signed contract? 100% yes. You're entering into an agreement when you book your photographer. It covers you and the supplier, so make sure you read it thoroughly before you sign it and ask any questions that you might have. If you're happy with everything, then brilliant. Bonus FAQ. Should we get wedding insurance? Yes. It's a bit of a doom and gloom subject, I understand, but it really is just a precaution, and again it means that you're covered in case anything happens. When I got married, the shop that I had bought my wedding dress from actually closed down a month before our wedding. I was luckily able to track it down, but I will be eternally grateful to the woman that had taken all of the dresses from the shop into her home. I had her number scribbled on a card because she did alterations at the shop, but it meant that if I wasn't able to find it, then I would have been able to claim on the insurance that I had. In the UK, you're able to pick up wedding insurance pretty cheaply. It starts at about £60 and you can get it from the likes of Debenhams. So there you go. If you have found this useful, I would love to know. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you again soon.